All right, you guys, welcome back to Ran-DomU, and let's go ahead and get right back to the video as this is part 2.
And so when he said that, I turned around and I looked at my wife. Like, I literally turned my back to him. And I said, here we go. I said, what is this goofiness? I'm talking to my wife at this point. I said, usually when I come here, everybody's pleasant, everybody's nice, everybody's cordial, everybody's helpful. Now, all of a sudden, I'm here with Leslie, and Leslie got an attitude. Or am I just imagining things?
Now, Angry Man, you're probably not imagining things here. He probably was copping a pretty terrible attitude with you for God knows what reason. Who knows? I mean, his girl or his man or whatever might have left him, or, treat him like crap at home, or a dog might have doo-dooed on the bed or something like that. Who knows what had happened? I mean, they might have stubbed their toe on the way in. Either way, they're having a bad day. Or they might just be a douche. I mean, it could be one of the two. But you're probably not lying. But when you turn your back to the person, you're starting to turn this whole conversation around. So I mean, in future, I wouldn't recommend just turning your whole back to the person and then talking to your wife, because it feels kind of disrespectful, at least to the agent. Just telling you on the agent side, that's how they're going to look at it. Now me, I'm not going to handle it that way. I just let you handle it whatever way you want to. I'm still going to stand there and look at you and wait for you to come back and respond. But most people, they ain't going to be that chill. Most, for whatever reason, think they got to bite back, even though they are at work, and they forget that they are working, which is the craziest thing. It's like, dude, you are working. Why are you tripping?
And my wife was like, no, I see it, right? And so I turn around, Leslie's red in the face.
Which is completely unacceptable. And especially if there's been no curse words or really any real bad verbal exchanges taking place here, none of this is acceptable by any means. Like, Leslie needs to relax here and chill out.
And so Leslie then says to me, because when I turned around, I said, I don't know what all this attitude is for. Leslie looks at me and he says, oh, I think you know why.
Oh my, that's not the ideal response.
So I said, no, I don't know why. Tell me. He said, you're not being very nice.
Ooh, Leslie, that was the wrong response. Yeah, he was better off shutting up.
I said, Leslie, you're in the hospitality business. I'm not. I'm the customer. Leslie looked me straight in my face and said, I don't serve you.
Then bitch, who the hell are you serving? That's your whole purpose of being there. Like, Angry Man is 100% right on this. You do not get disrespected by the desk agent. That person should stay in their lane and stay in their place. They don't need to be stepping outside their means. I don't understand what the heck is wrong with Leslie. I'm telling you, yep, his dog definitely dutied in his bed. Definitely did something terrible, or his wife, or his man. I don't know. I'm gonna give him a benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say his woman pissed him off, and nonetheless he came to work with an attitude, or maybe he really didn't like dealing with black people. That's why Angry Man, I think, is thinking that this was some type of racist incident. It's stuff like this that makes you think this, because it's like, why are you acting like this? You are acting completely out of pocket for no reason. What's with the attitude, dog? Like, none of this is necessary. I just came here to get into my room. That's all I want to do. Come in here, have a nice day, and go home. That's all I want to do. But you want to come in here tripping with some type of attitude, come in here with some type of energy that I didn't expect or know anything about. I don't have anything to do with your problems. You need to take those problems and shovel it somewhere. You need to throw that shit in the back alley. You need to leave that back in the office somewhere. Like, this has no place out here. Nowhere.
And at that point, I'm like, okay, yeah, Leslie, this is getting goofy, right? So I lean in. I said, Leslie, I need to speak to your manager.
Uh-oh. Now, as entitled as it may sound and awful as it may be, the customer is always right. They are the one who is paying the money. Now, they can get to a point where they completely cross the line and you're like, look, dude, you just can't stay here. I'm sorry, but you're so disrespectful. We don't even want you here. We don't want your money. Goodbye. It's one of those. It can happen sometimes, but this doesn't seem like it's one of those cases. This feels like one of those cases the desk agent was on some shit and he was tripping. And now Angry Man is now ticked off, or, rightfully so, because his experience has already gotten bad from first. Like, when you first get there, the valet experience don't make any sense. They're lazy, they're terrible. I'm telling you, hospitality, it's hard to get good service anywhere nowadays. Come to where I'm at. You'll be serviced greatly. Not the pause, but still, it's just one of those things. Things will work out.
Like, oh, well, the manager's not here. The manager won't be here till 11. Now, keep in mind, I got there a little late, so
I think I kind of know what happened here. And I think I might know why Leslie has an attitude problem. The PM manager who was supposed to be there at this current time left early. They probably left about 2-3 hours early before their shift was supposed to end. They were supposed to still be there, and they're supposed to handle and help, any type of crisis or really elevated guest service issues. So that person's bailed on the employee. So the employee's pissed off. He don't want to deal with this. And, it happens. People arrive late for their arrivals. They don't always come in at 3 o'clock like they're supposed to. It just doesn't happen. You can't expect people to. Flights happen at different times. But I'm telling you, Angry Man, I got a feeling that Leslie's issue wasn't with you, maybe? It could have been. It very well could have been. But I got a feeling it has something to do with his management that he probably didn't already like in the first place and doesn't respect him because, quite frankly, they probably bail out on him early all the time. And he's always having to deal with stuff that he wasn't prepared to deal with or qualified to deal with or gets paid to deal with. So now he's dealing with this guest service issue that he's like, you know what? I should get my manager to go deal with this, but guess what? He's gone. He left. And he's getting paid probably 3 times the amount of money as everybody else up in there. And works probably about half as hard and does like a fifth of the stuff.
I said, okay, that's fine. I'll come back down here and speak to the manager, right? He's like, okay. Then he says, here's your 2 card keys. I said, Leslie, I just told you I don't want the card keys. I want the digital key to work.
Okay, now, Angry Man, you got to start being a little bit more reasonable here. I'm telling you, that digital card key ain't working. Probably not like it was supposed to, at least. That's why he was trying to give you those 2 hard keys, because he knew for a fact that those would probably work and they'll get you into your room. A little bit of an inconvenience, something you don't want to deal with. I know you don't want to deal with it, but bottom line is, it is what it is. That's all they got. If you want to get into your room, you better take that hard key or you're going to be sitting your ass on the couch all night.
Leslie picks up the card keys like this to show them to me. He takes out the keys, no keys, and puts them down.
This is one of those situations, for whatever reason, Leslie is choosing violence, and I'm not sure exactly why. You come in with that extra energy, and for whatever reason, you're the enemy, Angry Man. The guest is the enemy, and they're not supposed to be the enemy. They're just supposed to be people there that you serve. You know, that's all you're supposed to do. I don't know what this was, but boy, I wish I was there to watch it, because I'll tell you what, I would have got some kicks in and I would have put my feet back on this one. Not if I was working, but boy, if I was a guest, I would have enjoyed the hell out of this.
I said, okay. So I leave, right? I was like, thank you very much, Leslie.
Hey, okay, so Angry Man, I get it. You probably, at this point in time, I get it. You handle this well. You know, you can be sarcastic, on the way out, be a douche. You deserve to give some of that energy back, especially if they're dishing it out. Like, they shouldn't be giving you any of that type of energy. Just saying, going forward, and I'm pretty sure your past experiences have been very well with Hilton. I like working for Hilton. They just didn't pay crap. You know what? That's probably another reason why Leslie's pissed off. He ain't making nothing behind that desk. I guarantee you, he ain't making nothing. Probably having to work at least 2 jobs or double shifts most of the week if he wants to make ends meet, especially with the way rent is. Dude, we all know inflation. Inflation's ridiculous at this point. And especially a desk clerk, especially if they're only paying like $15 an hour. Oh, hell no. He's needing overtime plus another job. And he's going to have to probably do some tricking on the side or selling some drugs. He's going to have to do a whole lot just to make it probably out there. Now, Charlotte is a good market, so he probably could survive with just that job and maybe something else on the side. But I tell you what, they don't be paying them desk agents like they supposed to. Except for where I work. Come work it where I do. But you'll have to email me, because I'm not going to reveal where I work here on YouTube.
Leslie's still there, and a couple other people counting out their drawer, right? Because I guess Leslie's getting ready to leave. So we're waiting on the manager. The one guy that I know, and I didn't know he was a manager, because last time I was there, he was like, ain't you Angry Man? He comes in, and Leslie dips.
Leslie gave one of those,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
And nobody says anything. We sat there and waited for about a good 20 minutes.
Now, in case you somehow miraculously have never been in a bad customer service situation where you've either been the customer or been the desk agent or somebody like that in this situation, those 20 minutes last an incredibly long amount of time. I swear those 20 minutes are stretched out, because it's the most awkward 20 minutes. You're just staring at each other. Either the stuff's not working, you can't get things to process, they're looking at you, you're looking at them. Nothing happens. You can't fix their problem. Some of the people in the situation don't even know what's going on. They just feel this weird, tension going on in the air. And it's like, dude, this sucks. I just really want this to end. So, this part sucks. This really blows.
And finally, my wife says to the guy, she's like, is a manager coming in? Or I was told the manager would be here at 11. And the guy said, oh, I'm the manager.
That's usually me. Now, I was thinking for a second that if that guy wasn't the manager, I was like, oh yeah, that guy definitely overslept. It's hard to get there on third shift sometimes.
And my wife was like, well, why didn't they tell you that we were waiting for you?
Very good question.
And so we make this whole complaint with him or whatever. I even contacted Hilton's customer service. They supposed to be getting back with me tomorrow or something, right?
Angry Man, if they get back to you before Thanksgiving, I would be astonished. Now, they should. But I'm telling you, I would be shocked if they actually even thought about calling you before Thanksgiving. I would expect a call around next Wednesday, if at all. Because by then, they're probably done forgot after the weekend.
This morning when we checking out, I need somebody to bring a cart upstairs to put the bags on and stuff. And they gonna tell me, they tell my wife over the phone, it's gonna be 20 minutes before somebody can bring a cart up there.
No, this is bad. This is a bad experience. Okay, if they can't get the cart up there in 20 minutes, what the hell's going on down there? Like, really? I mean, what's going on at the desk? It's gonna take 20 minutes before you get the cart up there. Like, the cart is usually just a few steps away from the elevator in most locations in hotels. Like, it's right there, hotel. You go up, you cross down the hallway or two, like it takes a couple minutes. That's like a 4-minute process at the max. And that's usually if you take a phone call and have to deal with a guest or check them out or something like that. That 20 minutes, unacceptable.
So I'm like, man, screw this. So I grab the bags and stuff and I go downstairs and I'm asking the people at the front desk what's going on, because as soon as I get downstairs, I see a cart sitting right over by the valet desk.
And I bet there was just employees just sitting around like they're at the campfire, just waiting around, not doing shit, dilly-dallying, and just, I don't know, man, playing hacky sack, grab ass, or whatever you want to call it. Sorry about all the language on this one. I apologize. But just saying, like, this stuff is just crazy. It blows my mind. I see this stuff happen, especially at other hotels, not where I work. We're the best. But just saying, like, it's really frustrating to watch, because it's like, dude, why are you getting paid? And then people want to complain about, man, I ain't got enough money, man. They need to give me a raise around here. For what? You don't do anything. Somebody wants to ask you to bring up a cart and you want to act like that's a problem. Like, dude, what else are you doing? That's your job. Man, why they asking for too much, man? They want to give me a cart and they want me to go run and do stuff. They want me to park their cars. They want me to make keys. They want me to like check them into the hotel and stuff like that. Well, yeah, all this is a part of it.
And I'm like, how I gotta wait 20 minutes for a cart and there's one right there, right? Now keep in mind, the day before that, I left out to go get some food. And as I'm downstairs, I'm seeing white people pull up and they're running out there, like they rushing out there. How you doing, sir? Grabbing carts and stuff. And I'm like, oh, word? This is how y'all get down?
Oh, man. See, okay. It's not, it's funny, but it's not funny. It's like, okay, man, maybe they just tip a lot every time they come by. That's just me being an optimist. This is me being an optimist for being somebody who wasn't there. I don't know, but maybe they just throw them a lot of change. They probably don't. They probably don't tip them crap. They probably were just helping for whatever reason and just saying F you. And I don't get why, but yeah. I'm sorry, Angry Man. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Like I said, I take hospitality very seriously, and I hate when anybody has to go through a bad experience, because the only thing I can think about when I'm at work is, what if I was to go on vacation? I don't want to have a crappy experience because the person behind the desk or person in housekeeping or anybody that's working there doesn't give a crap, or they hate their life or anything like that, or they want to jump off a bridge or hang themselves from the ceiling, anything like that. That's not my problem. I just simply want to have a good experience here for like 2 days and go home.
So I was like, okay. So when we're checking out, they bring the car around and I asked to speak to the valet manager, because the valet manager, deals with the cars and the carts and all of that. And he told me, he was like, yo, they ain't told us nothing.
And for those of you that's wondering, how is that even possible? And there's no way that's possible. It is. It really is. That's sad. It really is possible that for whatever reason, they haven't communicated at all. It don't matter what time of the day it is. For whatever reason, valet came in, grabbed the keys, went to their place, and then the desk agents were just at their place. Management didn't pay nobody attention. They just went and got some coffee, went to sit on a ass in the office and look at their phone, check some emails, and just said everybody else is going to take care of it. And it's like, that's just not how it's going to work. You got to pay at least some attention to the operation. And it just sounds like these people are checked out. Like they checked out, not you, them.
So the lady at the front desk literally just flat out lied to us. I think her name was Keisha. What a surprise, right?
Come on, Angry Man. Don't do that. Don't be that Angry Man. Don't be the one that's out there trolling black women like Anton Daniels now. Calm down. Let's not do that. You already had a problem with Leslie. This isn't a black person thing. This is a them thing. Their staff sucks. Not because she's black. And not because his name is Leslie.
And I'm like, okay, you know what? It's all good. I'm not going to take this on the chin. I am definitely going to find a lawyer that deals with that specifically. And I am going to see what I need to do to file a freaking lawsuit. It's ridiculous.
Now, I'm just going to go ahead and flat out tell you, Angry Man, I don't think you have much of a case here. Just receiving terrible guest service, you can't really prove racism here. I mean, you just dealt with Keisha. I don't think Keisha was white. or Spanish, or any other ethnicity that's out there. I definitely don't think that was the case. I think you're going to have a very hard time trying to prove that. I think your best thing to do here is just to accept your losses and stay at another Hilton. Or you might need to start staying at Hyatt or somewhere else. Because quite frankly, that place is checked out. That's not going to be a good place to stay anymore. Not until they completely, just wash away with all the employees, start over, change management, get everybody the hell up and out of there because they're all unmotivated. They don't care. They don't give a crap about your experience. I'll tell you that right now. When people start doing stuff like that in hospitality or any of these guest services, restaurants, anything like that, any place that you go where you need a service and this is happening, everybody's checked out. You have a couple people that's in there that care because some people actually do value doing a good job. But I'll tell you, most of them, nah, they done. They're just done.
It's ridiculous, bruh. Now, you guys that are watching right now, y'all tell me, did that sound like it was racism or what?
Now, Angry Man, I'm going to tag you in this video and I'm going to pray to God that you actually watch it and hopefully you listen to it. Hopefully you enjoy the content and, shout me out to maybe some of your fans out there. That'd be great. Get some people on the bandwagon. Boy, we got to grow. We got to get to this 1,000 subscribers. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel as we are really effing close, you guys. Please help me out. Okay, I'm gonna stop begging now, but nonetheless, let's get there. But either way, I don't think this is necessarily racism. I just believe that this is just incompetence. I think these are bad employees. I think this is just a bad Hilton. I think you just got a really unfortunate experience, and I hate to say it, but the expectations are going to have to just be a lot lower for wherever you go going forward because most people just don't care anymore. They just don't. I don't know why, but I don't want y'all to scratch that. The people I work with do care about doing a good job. There's just many a days where they have checked out because they can't seem to get what they want on a daily basis sometimes. Now, not necessarily where I'm at now, but in the past, wherever I've been, it's been more or less people just weren't very happy with their actual experience at work. So it's one of those things, they're just not happy. And usually it's from poor management. If you have poor leadership, everything from the top down is going to fail. You need the leaders to step up. It's like that in any situation. If the leaders are no good, the staff's going to be no good. The staff is just a reflection usually of the leadership that's taking place in there. And that's going all the way up to the top. I'm telling you, there's many of things that's wrong in there. I guarantee you some of those beds, they got bed bugs. They got crap on the walls in some of those places. The plumbing's probably off. Electricity's probably off. There's probably leaks everywhere. There's problems. You're not going to be the only person who has a guest service issue. I guarantee you, if that place was at 100%, I guarantee you about 25% of those people were pissed off with their experience. A whole bunch of them weren't satisfied. Probably got bad breakfast, all sorts of different issues. The Wi-Fi probably barely works. There's all sorts of different issues that's probably going on in that hotel. And I hate that you had to experience that. But I don't recommend that you sue, Angry Man. I really don't. I think that would be just an absolute waste of time. Don't waste your time, money on a lawyer. Just let that just go to bed, man. Let it rest. Move on from this experience. Good for content. You should definitely add them, call them out, make it seem like, make a mockery of them, make changes, man. I'm sorry, but when people suck at stuff, we need people to go out there and do better. Just do better. I take too much pride in my job for people to go out there and suck at it every day. It makes me mad when people suck at it. It's an easy job. You just got to go out there and do what people ask. Now, sometimes you don't have the resources to do everything that you really like in a hotel or places like that because sometimes, budgets, things cut you back or people misorder things and you don't quite have the items that you would like all the time. Sometimes that happens. But overall, just getting decent, respect and courtesy, that's something you should get. Now, if they were to call you the N-word, something like that, yeah, then you could definitely get some money. But based on what I'm hearing, from your story here, I don't think you really have much of a case out of a lawsuit. Sounds good. Sounds nice and spicy. Wish you the best, but I really don't recommend you get a lawyer, Angry Man. I think that's not going to work, man. But hey, hit me up. You can always stay in my place, not my place, but where I stay at work. You can always come by there and receive a great experience. Just hit me up in the comments whenever you see this video. But oh well, man. I hope everybody who watched this video enjoyed the content today. Once again, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting this platform so far. It's been really fun. Didn't think I'd actually ever get to the point where I put out over 150 videos, especially 1 year, and that took a lot of time. Really enjoyed it. It's been good, and thanks for everybody who has been there for me. Y'all have a nice day, and I will see you soon.